All right. Welcome to, or welcome back. Yes, you're hearing that correct. We are back with season 2. We are back with First Chances with Chance for season 2. It has been a little over 2 years now at this point since we did season 1. We are back better than ever. And you know what? I am so happy to be back. So much has happened over the past few years. Heck, we graduated from state college with our associate's degree. Hello? Like, for someone who didn't really know where they were going, I mean, we always knew that we had a path one way or another. We have the beauty, we have the brains. So we're working on our bachelor's degree right now in health science. We switched from being a bio major to health science this past year in 2025. Yeah, oh my god, so much has happened. We are filming and actually posting on TikTok. We're going live where we've met some new fun people. Some not so fun people. And yeah, we have been through it with TikTok, but we're still pushing. We are still pushing because we know that if we continue, there will be for sure another app. There's always going to be another app after the previous app. Heck, I hear YouTube is coming back. So yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube, we are so back. We're probably going to stick with a little bit of short form for the most part, but eventually we might get back into the long form videos just because, like, I hear that it's actually going good again, and just not the fact that, like, trend wise, but like when we can. I'm not gonna push the content on YouTube as much right now, especially when my stuff is kind of not taking off, but like I'm kind of growing at a faster rate than I was on TikTok than on YouTube. So yeah, and yeah, we've had our ups and downs on TikTok. That's gonna happen, especially with the beauty space. Like we are we've been in a little bit of drama. I wouldn't say that, like, I mean, heck, one of our podcast episodes on here got traction, and not in the good way. Um, which kind of also leads to another point. Um, Even if you don't really say people's names, people are going to still assume. Regardless. Even if it's not about them. If it is about them, oh well. Yeah, we said what we said. I'd say it again. Um, but yeah, no, so there was the episode that kind of started the whole entire thing before, kind of caused us to die down. We started to, I'd say that's what caused us to end season 1 of the podcast. We stopped going to the kava bar near our house, and we've met some new friends along the way though. So we're still going to and from another kava bar near us, from friends that we've met from the other bar that we're still like friends with, that we still talk. And then there's another bar near us that is kind of building up with some drama, but I still go every once in a while. Same thing with the other bar, the previous bar, the one that I made friends and followed friends to, that I still talk to. And then there's the newer bar that we kind of started going to within the past like month and a half, because we found out that one of our friends from the one of the bars works at now left the bar that's kind of getting a little drama, but we still go a little bit. that one, she left from there to go to this new one that was just recently opened, actually. The one that I said I've been going to for about a month and a half now. So, yeah, that has been fun. We we've been through some jobs, but that's gonna happen. You're gonna grow tired of some jobs. Heck, I was out of a job I was doing Uber Eats for about 6 months before finding another job. I'd say never work at a restaurant again, and yet here I am working at another restaurant. But if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have met the person that kind of introduced me, not introduced me, but that I started working with again at the newer job that I'm at now, which is a warehouse job. A lot of big packages, but a lot of moving packages around. We are the last stop before packages get delivered, so that is always fun. Uh, Definitely a lot. I'm pretty sure I actually work on Friday. I usually work 3 days a week because full-time student here working my bachelor's degree. So yeah, it is a lot. We did go through a portion of where like we did kind of struggle bring this episode back because last week we tried recording it, and one, the camera wasn't hooking up to the mic. I mean, it was hooking up to the mic, it just wasn't recording any audio, but it was recording video. And I'm just like, I am not doing this. I'm not recording audio separate from this, that, and the other. The audio on the camera was poor quality, and it was very staticky, and I'm not gonna do that. Like, hello, I'm not doing that. We tried almost everything last week, but we figured, okay, well, if that's not going to work, then we're going to go back to the old version and do what we were doing best. Still using the mic, because we already tested that with this device that we were using before. That was a whole entire mess last week on whenever I tried doing it. But yeah, a lot, like I said, a lot's happened. I have been through ups and downs, and that is a given. That's gonna happen. I'm pretty sure we did push ourselves. Like I said, I pushed myself to graduate with my associate's degree. I'm pushing myself this year to graduate with my bachelor's degree, which should be possible. I should be graduating with my associate's degree this year, and I'm manifesting it. Next year, I am planning on getting an esthetician license and doing all of that fun stuff. Actually pushing through, getting to know more ingredients with skincare cut and stuff like that. Like, especially, I want to learn more with natural ingredients, especially because I'm doing the whole makeup company as well. So that'll be fun. Definitely excited for that. And yeah, we are definitely pushing in the right direction, making new connections, keeping some good connections that we've met along the way, especially over the past year on TikTok. Like, hello. I'm definitely excited to see what this year comes. It is, I know, February, so a month has already happened. So much happened last month that it's not even funny. But before we get into all of that, we're going to go ahead, take a break, and I'm going to actually go hit my bong. Because, yeah, I got to be a lot talkative, and we are going to have so much fun in this episode. I am so excited to be back. So much has happened, and we're going to get into it when I get back. Okay, where to start? Okay. So I started being a scare actor and like probably I would say this past year was the third year, so I'm not sure if I actually made a episode about scare acting, but definitely so fun. I've officially had like done a year, not a year, but like a season of also doing makeup. I did makeup for the past 2 years, which that's a whole thing as well. Cause yeah, this past year was a mess with the whole management team. I wouldn't say the whole management team because a lot of them it was just one person or two. Um, let's just say there was no communication that went about it. Not my shirt blending in with the background of the couch. Why am I just now realizing that? Like I am quite literally because I have a four screen shirt on and like brown. Wow. Um and yeah, the okay. So first I oh my god, am I like just randomly finding holes in these pants? Wow. Okay, sorry. I got a little distracted. Did not realize that this hole was so big. That's what he said, or they said, or she said. Um, I yeah. So the first year that I did scare acting, I won like I think it was Fresh Meat Award, which is actually so new coming actors have the opportunity for each house. There's 4 houses with Fright Nights. Um, we you have the opportunity to win an award, and then each year after, because you're a returning actor, you have another opportunity to win another award. For me, I've won. For the first year, I won Fresh Meat for Cutting Edge because that was the first year that I did it. Second year, I didn't really win any awards. I kind of was a part time. So the second year, I had already had my management job or already had like a full time schedule. I don't think I was taking classes, or if I was, I wasn't taking that many. I quite literally was very busy already. Quite literally busy that second year. Or I had just gotten the new job and yeah. Yeah, I think the second job because I left the swim academy. I think it was because I had just started a new job. I wasn't really wanting to if I was opening, especially if I was opening, I pretty much left that whole thing open to be able to work. I do remember I took that whole semester off. I left the swim academy, which I kind of want to go back and visit, see how they're doing. I'm not sure if they're even still open. I'm sure they are. I'm sure they are though. I haven't seen them since I pretty much graduated with my associate's degree. I thought about it, and what had actually happened is that like I had so many like people in my speaking to me and telling me, "Oh, you need to find this, that, and the other." Da, 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 da. So I that was when I found the job with Walgreens. About said Green of Walls, like I was on TikTok. Wow. Crazy. Um, I left the swim academy, go to Walgreens. I had just started there right as I was also starting at, or like a month before I had started at Fright Nights that year. And so I told my manager, I was like, hey, I do have prior obligations, and so I already kind of worked all of the schedule out. I was like, you know what? I'm going to focus more on makeup. I did. I did makeup a lot. Had my own airbrush machine and everything. I had gotten with my friend who did a couple of my tattoos. One of them I had to get touched up on my chest. The sternum. Let me just say, the sternum does not hurt. I disassociate. Well, for me, it didn't. I disassociated through the whole entire thing and completely didn't feel any of it. So yeah, that's that. Um, we quite literally had been super busy. We were that first year was fine until I lost my hose that last night. Um, so this past year, that's what kind of caused everything to be a mess, and I'll get into that a lot in it later in the episode. Um, but yeah, the second year, I didn't really do the acting as much. Because like I said, I had stuff with Walgreens with that job. Especially if I was, because I was also there, having to be there early a lot of the days when I was also at Fright Nights. Plus, I wanted to actually be able to relax. Wasn't wanting to overdo it because I was quite literally would have had a full work schedule from Sunday all the way through Saturday, and I would have been burnt out. Kind of how I did recently on TikTok, which also we'll get into that as well because that's linked with some drama. We don't like that anymore. I mean, we never really did on the app. I never really expected to get involved, not involved, but thrown into drama that early into me actually going live. Because that's where I would say a lot of all of that stuff is going live on TikTok. And that is more what linked all of the drama, or links a lot of the drama, is just people going live and having conversations on, like, in boxes, multi-guest, or even co-hosting, as we've seen with Jeffree Star. Which, that, yeah, we're gonna save that stuff for later in the episode, because, yeah, we're not even on that topic yet. We're still on Fright Nights. So yeah, I was trying to focus on that, trying to get into the pharmacy with Walgreens before I ended up leaving. And yeah, I was even working on my pharmacy tech certification right before I left there. And oh yeah, that's right. We were on Fright Nights. So yeah, like I said, we would have had a full schedule had we done full time scare acting, full time that. But I'm kind of grateful that I did get the opportunity to be able to do makeup that season, because I learned a lot of techniques that I didn't before. Learned a lot more about sanitization. Not that we didn't. I am very big on sanitization. So with my makeup especially, I quite literally don't really let anybody use it. I also don't let a lot of people swatch it. There's a few people I go back and sanitize it anyways, regardless if anybody else does end up using it. I have my own MUA kit for airbrush machine and regular, because you can never go wrong with both. Especially airbrushing. The only thing I'm missing with my airbrush machine is I need to be able to get an actual airbrush gun for makeup. Like, I need to figure out where, again, it's always great to network. Well, not again. I haven't really said that today. It is always great to network. Use your connections. That is your best thing. Like, I am grateful for the connections that I've made on TikTok too, because some of those are gonna be what actually pushes me onto another step of my business. So yeah, um, network, use your connections, especially when you're trying to make an impact and do something different. It does help doing your own thing, but always use your connections to not constantly, because then at that point you're burning that bridge out. Just like be like, for me, I'd be like, hey, what did you do to go about doing this? Heck, the friend that I said did my chest tattoo, so it already took the program that I did. We been connected through Palm Beach State. So like that state college that we both had a similar teacher, same class, just different time slots. And we've been friends since. Like, we even stayed connected when she went to Cali for more education. She is very big on education. Like, you can never go wrong with knowledge. Knowledge is also what pushes you in her eyes, which I see it too. Like, right now I'm working my bachelor's degree in health science. That is one goal, one big career goal that I'm wanting to go into that's separate from the beauty space. And still be able to do stay in the beauty space and all of that with another career goal. So like, I have a lot of goals and aspirations, and that is why I was very grateful also for Fright Nights in general, because of the fact that I was able to use my connections and grow as an individual, learn a lot of the special effects side of the scare acting. That also is going to help me in the beauty career that I'm wanting to go into, especially with a lot of those goals and aspirations. So, regardless, I'm like very goal driven and will always be like learn how to refocus on a goal, regardless at whether I have to adjust to change, which has happened. But we didn't take it, maybe for a second we took it as a failure, but we learned, we adjusted, and we got back up. We don't let ourselves stay down anymore, and I think that is honestly what has kept me so goal driven, even in the beauty space, with a lot of that negative drama that goes about in a specific group. Not group, I would say, but like a specific section of followers and beauty creators on that space. Especially because of the I wouldn't say the person that we follow. It's more of, I would feel more of like that catty, like high school drama that's like, oh, I'm gonna go run to this person, I'm gonna go run to that person, I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna say that. And because it's so like minute, it's not very like real life stuff. It does tend to get there because a lot of them do get so connected. A lot of us do get so connected, and then it like the people that are trying to start the drama, I would say, just it backfires in their face. Like mine's more from association with certain people, and I've kind of just started doing my own thing a lot more than what I was before, because it's like, why am I gonna let something that somebody tried to start get me down. I'm just gonna keep pushing at that point. Like, oh, you want to talk about me? Then thank you. You're bringing attention to me. At the end of it, at the end of the day, you're bringing You're bringing attention to me as well. Even if it is negative, I'm just gonna keep pushing. I'm not even gonna focus on any of that. And for some people, they do end up trying to be like, well, I don't understand. Like, a lot of people are like, I don't understand why you're even involved, or like how you even got involved. And I'm like, yeah, it's because I ended up being associated with somebody on one of the sides, and it's like, oh, gotcha. And that's the thing that I've noticed is that, like, when you try to stick to yourself and you're friends with certain people, like, yeah, for me, I defend my friends, which I'd say has gotten me in trouble a little bit. But at the same time, it also, it's like, I'm a Leo. I am quite literally, we are known for our loyalty. Like, hello? Until you do us dirty, we're known for our loyalty, which a lot of people have shown that they will do us dirty even when we're loyal. Even in real life. Like, even in real life, I'm the same way in real life as I am online. I quite literally will say what I will say. You want to come at me and ask me, oh, did you say this about me? And if I'm name dropping, then yeah, I said that about you. But if I didn't say your name and you think that it relates to you, then so be it. Because I'm at that point where, yeah, I said what I said and I'm not going to deny it. Because there's no point in denying what I said. You want to go about changing what I said, that's a different story. Like, I'm a correct you if you word something that I said wrong and then it has people taking it in a whole different meaning, then yeah, I'm a correct you. But back to scare acting, because we completely got like sidetracked with that in the TikTok drama. I took the advantage of being able to do makeup there, and so this is where last year comes into play. I applied and I did all the paperwork for makeup and scare acting. Full schedule of it, open a schedule for all of it, because I was going to be there from getting ready to the end of the night. There weren't any nights that I wasn't going to be there. Especially because that's when I started working at Chipotle, and my boss, I told my manager, which that kind of also went awry, because I was trying to save up money with Fright Nights, use all the paychecks from Fright Nights, and just use Chipotle. Like, I was gonna do both. I took the whole fall semester off. Right now I'm back in school, still busy, content creating, working at Chipotle every once in a while. Still employed there until I get my permanent position at the Amazon warehouse, which, so be it. Whatever. I quite literally I told him, I was like, hey, I'm still like, I gave you my schedule, this, that, and the other, gave you my schedule for this upcoming class schedule, all of that, this, and the other. He knows that I work at the Amazon warehouse now also, by the way. But he didn't put me on the schedule at all during that. And come to find out, there was a lot of drama with the coworker that told me about the Amazon warehouse job, this, that, and the other. Like, that came up, I guess, around the same time, because I started getting not even put back on the schedule. Like, I get asked to come in. So, like, I even told him, like, I keep him updated, this, that, and the other with the schedule. But I was like, hey, and like, he never put me on the schedule at all that month, or like, there was a few days I was on the schedule and then I kept getting taken off. I'm like, hey, what's going on with the schedule? And he's like, oh, I wasn't sure if you were still able to work, because I know that you have Fright Nights and everything. And I was like, yeah, still able to work. I even told you that. And so I did all of that. I'm fine. Like, I'm still working there. I pick up shifts. Next week I actually have a shift. I might actually be asked to work tonight. Don't know. Might not, but at the same time I'm like, I don't want to close because then I have like a whole bunch of more content tomorrow. I have a lot of stuff. I have essays, a lot of essays next week, and if I'm already on the schedule another day, I'm gonna get backed up with all those essays. I have another essay due on Sunday, which I have to do as well. I know today's Wednesday, but again, I am also at the Amazon warehouse, so I'm working Friday, Saturday this week, and I'm not gonna want to do anything Friday or Saturday this week after work. I don't even go live after I'm done with work anymore. Like, I might hang out with a friend, go to the kava bar, but I just am so tired that after I take my nap and I do this and the other, I don't want to really do anything. All I really want to do is relax, and then when there's negative energy around, that's why I go to the kava bar, because it's all positive energy, all like accepting energy, which we all know. Like from season 1, I literally brought up, like, I had a whole entire episode about kava bar, and then I had another episode of all of the, like, what kava is, what kratom is, and all of that. Like, I love going there. Everybody there is so accepting. It's literally a whole, like, chosen family for me. Sorry, my nose is very stuffy, and it's been like that for a while. Like, it'll get stuffy, and then it'll, like, I also did get over it probably having a sinus infection, but that's neither here nor there. So yeah, back to this past season of Fright Nights. I literally was going from, like, obviously not working, and then being, like, kind of worried that I wasn't going to be on the schedule, and thought that, like, I literally contacted my manager, and then everything, like, obviously everything's worked out now. Or I wouldn't still be saying that I'm employed by them and picking up shifts, still on this, being put on the schedule. It's just, now all of that money that comes from that goes to my car payment, thankfully. I also, Amazon warehouse, we get paid early. Thankfully, I didn't have everything worked out for a reason. And I know that. Because I was still looking at the Amazon jobs while I was at Fright Nights. And I'm like, thinking back at it now, I'm like, why would I want to go from leaving there at like 12:30 to working a 120 shift to 11:50, and then still being at Chipotle? No. Hello? Absolutely not. That does not work at all. Like, absolutely not. Doesn't work at all. And I'm thankful for that. Like, everything worked out the way that it was supposed to. After, I'd say November, yeah, I got the job at the Amazon warehouse November 16th. So, like, 2 weeks after Fright Nights ended. Whoa. And it's almost been 3 months. So I should be getting my permanent position in like 2 weeks. And then adios, Chipotle. Or I'll keep that job and be like, hey, I can pick up shifts. I mean, granted, I don't want to keep being like reliant on stuff. I'd rather just be like, okay, I'm going to focus on this. I got a permanent position, this, that, and the other. And I appreciate the opportunity to be able to work here, but I'm speaking the blue badge into existence. If not, like, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I can always talk to HR and be like, this, that, and the other, and talk to them and be like, hey, I'm really trying to get the blue badge, and then I'm sure they'd be able to help me out. Not necessarily get me a blue badge, just maybe be put onto a wait list or something. I don't know. But normally with it being the 3 months, hitting the 3 month mark, a lot of us that are still even there, that haven't left, that have kept pushing through it. Like, I got burnt out because I was trying to put all everything in together. Working on Amazon and still going live the same day, and that's kind of what burnt me out. I'm trying to make sure that I have a specific day during the week to fully just relax, like not do anything, not even work. So normally, obviously I'm staying busy. With me bringing this podcast back, I do also I go live the days I don't work, which, granted, doesn't always help. Like, I'm going live later today. I got up late and ate late today, so I wasn't able to go live like I normally do. What I was planning on doing is going live, doing my makeup and this and the other, but I'm trying to go live for 2 hours today. Regardless of what I'm doing, I'm probably going to be, I don't even know what I'm doing. I might just I might not even go live today. Who knows? It's hard to always fit that into the schedule, especially when I have not a lot of time, I would say, to film. And then I already know tomorrow's going to be a packed day because I have one step of a video that I'm putting together as well, with a transformation from regular Fiyero to the Scarecrow. For everybody that hasn't seen Wicked Part 2, I'm sorry. It's no knowledge if you are a theater kid. Sorry. Especially if you've read the books. You already know that he gets turned. So, a lot of y'all that saw Part 1 that are obsessed with Ariana Grande have read the books too. So, I don't even want to hear it. Sorry. But yeah, so back to Fright Nights. I was also grateful that I was able to focus a lot of my energy on Fright Nights, though, because if I didn't, I wouldn't have won another award for Best Actor for The House. I forget what it was called. I don't know. I'd have to look at it, and we've got 222 on the clock. I literally would have to look at my award. So, yeah. But it was a Best Actor. I quite literally embodied it. So my character was kind of like a mixture of mutated party favors room drug dealer was also on the title for my character, which, obsessed. I was that drug dealer for it. So the house this year was Nuclear Beats Part 2. Something with the frenzy. Last year I was also in Nuclear Beats. I was just like I said, last year I was a side character. Didn't really expect anything, but I'm just gonna say this. I don't appreciate the fact that they did a lot of the makeup house leads for their awards, because this was also the first year that they did awards for the makeup team. Let me just say, the makeup team leads all got awards. The side people that were more there, I'd say present, this, that, and the other, should have gotten awards like 1 and 2. Kind of how they did with the returning actors that as well. They did runner up. So they should have done a runner up for the makeup team. That's just my opinion. I know we don't really always have a big makeup team, but regardless, the appreciation always went to the makeup lead. So it was more of, okay, let me add that extra oomph and say thank you to the next person that did a great job. Not saying an award for everybody, because we had more, almost 3 to 4 depending on the house for the makeup team. I'm just saying that would have been what I would have done, especially because a lot of it was like, a lot of them already get that notice, if you know what I mean. But I'd also say that, like, I'm grateful for this year because I was actually able to focus more on the acting. I would have liked to also focus on the makeup. When I started not feeling like I was getting noticed and stuff, I kind of backed off. There was a lot of stuff this year. They said, "Oh, we didn't realize that you were wanting to do makeup as well," or, "Oh, we forgot that you." Or we thought that you were just doing scare acting. I'm like, why would I just do scare acting? Makes no sense. Whatever. But yeah, no, the past few years I've been busy. Graduated with my associate's degree. We quite literally did our thing. We kept pushing last year. So with TikTok, I kind of already got into a lot of it. We were associated with a lot of people that ended up at one point or another getting thrown into drama. I was in boxes with them, like a multi-guest. I was a guest in their boxes. And because of that, there's illegal action going on and behind the scenes as well. A lot of people in this beauty space I wouldn't say a lot, just like a few handful of people are recording stuff and then posting. Or saying, oh, well, why were you in boxes with them, this, and the other? Or why were you agreeing with them? Okay, but at the point, I was defending a friend. Trying to make a friend feel better. Because they were also attacking him. Hello, Leo here. We are very protective of our friends. You heard our friend. We quite literally will be like, yo, why you attacking our friend? Or, hey, this, that, and the other. At this point, I'm just going to go straight to the source and be like, hey, did you say this? If they deny it, whatever. I'm not getting involved. Because I'm not doing that. I'm a grow regardless. Y'all want to throw my name in it regardless, so I'm just going to stay out of it regardless. Y'all want to throw my name into it all. Hello? But yeah, so we've been like ups and downs, roller coaster. We've been going to a university now after graduating with our associate's degree. We are very thankful for FAFSA. Just putting it out there, we are very thankful for FAFSA, because now that that whole like last year when we were still doing school. Like, I was quite literally still doing a lot of my classes in last year. I took the fall off. I don't remember about the second year. I think what I did is I took that fall off before I got the job at Walgreens, and then I went back to school as well. So I've been in school in and out, only taking a semester off if I need a mental break. So yeah, a lot like a lot of burnout, I would say, just like not being able to balance a schedule, kind of overworking, not like speaking up for ourselves. And now that we are have actually realized that, and I feel like TikTok kind of also helped me do that a lot too, because we do have a friend on there that does a lot of like the mental health lives as well. A couple of them do at this point. And they have I'm screaming. They have really helped me, and even when I took my break from going live, I was still posting content, especially shoppable content and stuff like that. Like I took a break from going live just to figure out my schedule. I don't always go live, as I've said. I don't go live every day. I am focused on growing with my content, and I am focused on outside stuff as well, growing my community on I've grown my community on there. If I don't go live, I'll still pop into boxes, which I'll still be a guest in somebody's live. I stopped doing the point of last year at the end. We stopped going live because there was a little bit of drama that I didn't know the full story of, and I went and actually assumed it was something else, which caused more stuff to happen, which wasn't very good. But I took a break from going live as well, just from burnout. I was literally going live every day, or trying to go live every day, focus on the rankings, and I'm like, there's no point in it if I'm not gonna go live every day. I'm not gonna push myself to go live every day. If I don't feel like I'm in the right mindset to go live, I'm not gonna go live. Period blank point. Point blank period. Whatever. It's period point blank period. Almost said it backwards again. But yeah, I figured out how to balance my schedule now, and like I feel like once I get in more into doing the my classes, and once my class, like, I also is focused on a lot of my classes. My classes come first, and then it's work, and then it's the content. I mean, I balance content and classes out and work. Like, I'll go live the days I don't work, but I also will go out and focus on my classwork. I will read, I'll do my essays, I'll do my quizzes. And then, like, if I have to do my quizzes, if I know that it's going to be, like, one quiz, I'll still be able to fit in my lives. It just depends on what's important that day. If I already have something planned, I can plan stuff around me. I make sure that I can fit my classes and stuff like that into my schedule. I only have one in-person class this year. I mean, not this year, this semester. And then I have like a hybrid class and 4 online classes. So I'm able to do a lot of stuff online and be able to finish it that way. Computer, I take my computer to the Kava bar, plug it in if I need to, and we go and we do our homework. And then, like, Thursdays, I've started doing box battles again. I make sure that, like, if something comes up, I'm gonna message my friend and be like, hey, I can't do box battles today, this and the other. Busy schedule, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. But today, after this, I'm making sure that I go and actually figure some stuff out, because I have an essay due on Sunday that was pushed back. But tomorrow I'm going to be busy Friday I'm gonna work. Like Friday morning from 1:20 to 11:50, I'm gonna be working. So I'm like, I'm not gonna want to be reading something if I don't have to. I'm gonna be taking my notes and doing this and the other. So I'll probably go live and be doing that. Regardless, I'm gonna still be able to figure out how to go live, have a conversation. I'm able to multitask, focus on doing my readings and stuff like that, while still doing my like I participate in box battles throughout the week. I didn't do it yesterday. I kind of want to do it today, but at the same time I'm like, ugh. Like if I have a lot of readings to do, also like 3 different essays and a quiz that I have due next week, and if I'm working on Wednesday at Chipotle, I have 3 days throughout the week. I already have plans on Friday next week as well. And so I'm going to make sure that all of my classwork is spread out and I get everything done. But the next couple of weeks, I might actually get burnt out. I just had to take it easy and relax throughout the week. So that's why a lot of the times I don't go live on the days I work, because I want to relax. That way I can have a fresh start the next day, especially if I'm working 3 days in a row, 4 days in a row, I think this weekend. So yeah, I'm going to be busy and I'm not going to have time to really focus on my classwork. So yeah, we are actually going to end here because we have been going on for, yeah. Can't wait to see you guys for the next episode. I'm so glad to be back, and who knows what's going to happen throughout the week before I see you guys again. You never know. Also, if you guys are wanting to, again, I'm still putting this out there. If you guys are wanting to put and update your guys' stories, if you want to, text 561-320-7085, and or you can even call. And I'm wanting to build a whole episode or even read some of your guys' stuff every episode. I feel like that would be fun. Every episode reading some of your guys' stuff. That would honestly be fun, but I will see you guys in the next one. It is almost time for some more filming, and I will see you guys next week for episode 2.